Hello, my Cancers. Hello, hello. Welcome back here. This is your reading for the new moon for September 28th. I think we need to jump right on into this reading. What is going on, my Cancers? Whew. I will tell you, we got some energy going on here. So let's start off with the overall energy. Again, this is going to be from the Native Heart Healing Oracle from Melanie Ware. And we're going to start off with this energy, the Stargate of Orion, right? This is really great energy. Okay, this is freedom of expression, freedom of being able to be who you are, to not worry about judgment, to say your truth. This is a good overall energy for this new moon that's coming in. I love it. I do. I love that freedom of expression. It doesn't get any better for me personally. I like that. So this reading gets very, very interesting though. So let's go into the other energy card that we pulled, which is from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed, and this is the Fates. Now, the Fates here, this is you needing to accept others for what they are, because they have freedom of expression too. You need to accept them and not try to mold other people into what you think they should be. Now, I know that sounds like you're being very bossy and controlling, and I'm sorry that it's coming out that way. It will get better throughout the reading. However, this is more of that love type reading with this new moon energy that's coming. We're going into Libra season. So I feel like we really need to dive deep into this reading for you. And I feel like there's just been some maybe some trust issues with you and another person. Again, this can be a significant other. This can be a friend. It could be family. It doesn't have to be in a relationship as far as a love romantic relationship. However, it could be. This will resonate differently with everybody because it's a general reading. But I'm interested to see where this is going here. So let's go into the tarot, and this deck is the Gilded Tarot by Barbara Moore. And the first card that we pulled for you is the Nine of Swords. So, Cancer, what are you staying up about at night? What are you worrying about? What's going through your head? You obviously have been having some worry in your head. Sleepless nights, maybe. So, seems like that may be happening to a lot of you, and it seems like it may be regarding a decision you have to make, because we have the Two of Wands here. So the Two of Wands is absolutely making a decision, knowing which way to go. Maybe you're staying up at night because you're not sure what decision you should go, what route you should go on. See the two paths here in the card. All right. However, I am going to tell you right now, it doesn't matter which decision you make, because it's going to lead you, either way you go, it's going to lead you to the Ace of Pentacles, and that is prosperity in love for you. Prosperity in love. So, again, don't stay up all night. Just make your decision, and then you're going to have prosperity in love. You will have prosperity in love. So, I feel like you've been overthinking things. Perhaps overthinking things too much in your head. Next, we have the Three of Wands in reverse, and this is you making a delay in making that decision, okay? You need to make that decision because, again, either way you go, it's going to be the right decision for you, and then it's going to bring in your ship, right? Your ship of love. It's going to bring that in. Again, this can be friendship. It can be a romantic interest. So I do want to let you know. But until you make that decision, you're going to be here in this Three of Wands, delaying and staying a little bit stuck. So time to get the ball moving, as they say. Then, you know how I have a hard time picking up the cards. I say that in everybody's readings because I do. Then we have the Knight of Wands, and this is you having very high expectations. Okay. And I think it's good to have expectations of yourself, and maybe even high expectations. But I also say this, when we have too high of expectations, you're setting people up for failure, maybe even setting yourself up for failure, because they don't know what your expectations are. They have no idea what your expectations are unless you have actually gone out and said right to them, this is what I expect, right? So it's like, for example, a horrible example, but for example, it's like Valentine's Day and you're expecting a dozen roses and you don't get anything. And then you get mad at that person. Well, that's not fair. They didn't know. They didn't know, they didn't know. Oh, I'm supposed to get you roses. Maybe you don't even like roses. Maybe you like a different flower and they get you roses and you get mad at them for that. See what I mean about expectations of other people? It can lead you down an untrue path of how life really works. There's my philosophy for the day. So let go of those high expectations. That's not fair for you. It's not fair for the other person. And then what happens is once you do that, it's going to bring you into your own power, which is such a nice feeling. When you let go of those expectations, the divine comes in, brings you that power of love, that power of seeing someone else for who they really are in a good way, right? Maybe you have someone in your life who really is a very good person, but you put all these expectations out there and you can't really see how wonderful they are. Okay, so once you, again, let go of those expectations, that power of you being able to see them clearly for who they are is going to come through straight from the divine. And you're going to have a whole new view of them in a good way. Now that's going to take us to the Eight of Pentacles, right? You've been working hard. You've been working hard on your own freedom of self-expression, not worrying about people judging you. You've been doing that. But remember, you also have to not judge others, right? Not judging others. Let them have their freedom of expression also, okay? So I have a feeling like a lot that's been going on. Doesn't make anybody a bad person. It just makes us human. So we have to have a reminder from Spirit to let that stuff go. Now, once all of that is done, look at you. Look at you, self-sufficient. Now you don't have the expectations of the other person. You can rely on yourself for your own happiness. And guess what? They will also bring you happiness and joy, though, too. Okay? But when you stop expecting them to provide it for you, and you know that you are happy with yourself and your happiness comes from within, then they can give you joy, too. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win. Now that takes us to the Page of Cups, and you need to trust your intuition, okay? You need to trust your intuition. I feel like maybe you're being a little too logical with those expectations. Well, he should because, or she should because. Well, isn't this known? It's common sense. No. Listen to your intuition and look at them in a new perspective and enjoy that person for who they truly are, okay? And that takes us to the Magician. Now, when that happens, then you become the magician because you manifest your own happiness. You have all the tools to have your own happiness. And when we're happy, guess what? Like attracts like, then the happiness from the other person comes in. If you're down, guess what? You bring others down, right? Not that we can't be down. Of course we can. But when you're happy, guess what? You attract happiness. And that is what manifestation is. It's thought process. It's what we're thinking, what we're putting out there. So please, do all of this so you can manifest that happiness. Now we have the Five of Swords here next. And a lot of the reasons I feel like, Cancer, you're not doing that is you're almost afraid of even more conflict. But this is telling me there won't be. Once you let go and you see that person for who they are, there will be no more conflict. No more conflict. I mean, not ever. We all have our arguments. However, you get what I mean. So once you do all this, it leads you to this beautiful, just beautiful Two of Cups, right? That is a love partnership. Again, this could be friendship, family. It could be a relationship. A love relationship. I can't think of the word now. I just forgot. That's okay. You guys have heard me say it all throughout the reading. But look at this. This is just beautiful. These two people giving and receiving equally, seeing each other for who they are, I just love this. It's going to end up like this. All right. So that's great. And it takes me over here to the bottom of the deck. And so, again, we have the Seven of Wands here. Okay, you don't have to You don't have to have the conflict. You don't have to have the defending yourself. You got to let go of that because you have to rely on your inner strength, right? Which lets you, it lets you let go of those expectations. I know I keep repeating the same words, but those are the words that spirits are giving me. And when you do that, then you let go of that Five of Cups feeling, which is, oh, I don't have this, but you have all this right behind you. And what does that take you to? That takes you right to feeling secure and abundant in your life with, love and everything that's going on. Again, the symbolism of the moon here, right? Because this is the new moon reading. So I think that it's actually a very, very good message from Spirit. I think that you're kind of opening your eyes to everything and going, hey, maybe I have been putting up those expectations and whatnot. And that's okay because we're human. But Spirit's saying, hey, hey, let's not do that anymore. And then for those of you who watch, I normally pull a Buddha wisdom card, but Spirit wanted me to pull another Wisdom of the Oracle card for these readings. So yours is why. And it's not why, oh, me, oh, woe is me, this or that. Why is that person acting this way? It's what you should be doing is saying, why am I reacting that way? Why am I setting these expectations? If they come up, just ask yourself why. Because that way you can work through it. Spirit's saying you can work through it. You can have this love. You can absolutely have this, right? This is so beautiful. You can have this. You can have freedom of expression. You can have love, right? But let go of all the expectations that you might be putting on the other person. Make sure you're reflecting, making sure that you are not expecting someone else to bring happiness, right? It is not their job. Our job is to make our own happiness, manifesting it, right? Anyway, I hope this is a wonderful message for you guys. I always appreciate your time. I hope I'm bringing value here into these for you. Maybe you're not so happy with this one. Maybe you are. Maybe it opens your eyes a little bit. Let me know in the comments. I do wish you the best. Please remember to like and share and subscribe. Also, please remember to hit the little bell for notifications so you know when the next reading is coming. I love you.